to Dopamine Detox saving my life.
About dopamine detoxing.
Your thoughts on dopamine detoxing?
Dopamine detoxing changed my life forever.
Unless you have been living under the rock for the past 5 years, you have heard about this thing called dopamine detox. You have likely seen influencers like Huberman, I'm Gazi, or Bone praising about how dopamine really changed their life.
For 99% of people, the real use case for a dopamine detox is that it resets your focus levels and your attention levels.
But what's the deal with dopamine? Imagine this, you do something enjoyable and boom, dopamine floats to your brain. It's like a little reward system, urging you to seek more and more pleasure. However, your brains can become addicted on the dopamine, constantly craving bigger hits of it. On the internet, dopamine detox is hailed as a magic fix for breaking free from addictions and from bad habits. But what does it really involve? A dopamine detox means giving your brain a break from activities that provides instant pleasure, such as playing video games, watching Netflix, or eating junk food, and replacing them by these healthy habits like reading a book, doing deep work, or going for a run. Some people claim that it's allegedly like this reset button for your brain, promising a new you in 7 days or even 24 hours. But here's the catch. Rewiring your brain is not as simple as it sounds. And if you want to understand why is it not as simple as it sounds, we need to look at the dopamine itself. If we simplify it, we can describe it as a chemical compound which is very important for many cognitive functions such as working, behavioring, or even pleasure. The main role is to reward you. And now is the right moment when we mention the equation of expectation and experience. It may sound difficult, but don't worry, it really isn't. Try to imagine it like this. If your experience exceeds your expectation, dopamine will get released. If not, you will get a drop in the amount of dopamine. Quick examples. You try a snack for the first time, and because there are no expectation and it tastes just good, you will get a big hit of dopamine. Your brain is telling you, that's nice, do it again. Then you will do it again and it's still nice, but not as nice as for the first time because there are already some expectation. Or a sad example with junkies. They will try the substance for the first time and they will get like the biggest hit of dopamine in their entire life. And then unfortunately, some of them will spend the rest of their life trying to recreate this feeling of the first dose. Summary: if something feels good, your brain wants to do it again. And if you still want to feel good, you need to take more of this stuff. And that's how the vicious cycle starts. You are constantly exceeding your expectation and experience, and when it's time to quit, your reward system learn that this is the right way, this is what I want to do, and some things we do are not necessary what we enjoy, but rather what triggers the rush of dopamine into our brain. And it's not just about dopamine, but rather it's more about activating the brain reward system, which we have talked about. And this can be a really big problem because working out will never, and I mean never, compete with watching a stupid Netflix show. If this stupid Netflix show is your standard of what a good experience is, and this process which you have been doing for the last couple of years won't magically change in 7 days or even overnight by some magical dopamine detox. And it can make it even worse. You go to dopamine detox challenge full of energy and motivation because you have watched all this best video on the internet. You work your ass off, you suffer, and at the end of the challenge, you don't really see the big changes. Maybe the first day or two, and because your expectation didn't match with your experiences, you will return to those things which are the video games and junk food, and cycle repeat, and it's getting worse every single time. Now, the concept of dopamine detox isn't inherently flawed, but I think the notion that you can eliminate all your habits or your bad morals over a week or a single day is, I think, absurd. Just like with anything else, it's crucial to begin slowly and progress gradually. The internet tends to seek simple answers for everything, but the issues connected with your brain are far more complicated and complex than you can imagine. Plus, everyone is different, and I mean it's really dangerous to blame everything on this one small chemical compound named dopamine, isn't it? And there is also a problem how the dopamine detox is presented. It's much easier to click on the video which says in the thumbnail, dopamine is the only problem which holds you from getting a Bugatti, than a video which is named, the dopamine may play a role in motivation, but there are also a cognitive, genetic and psychological function that influence our behavior, and all of them are different for everyone. Now, you may have a lot of questions, be confused, or maybe a little bit unmotivated. But if you liked my video, you can prepare for the fact that another video on this topic will be released in the near future, and I will try to put together my knowledge or my experience to deliver you the best content and maybe show you how can you really transform your life and maybe even your personality. I don't guarantee it, but I will at least try it. Smile a lot and unleash your potential.